having such a bad day. So, I know I talk about this a lot on my channel, but I'm not doing well today mentally because of PMDD. I think I'm just starting to like kind of have like issues because my kids are driving me insane. They've been home now for over a week and a half, and I've had PMS for over a week and a half at the same time. It's been raining now for 3 days. I haven't seen sun in 3 days. It's been cold, dreary. I've been trapped in the house. I am so confused on the days because of what happened over the holidays. I thought yesterday was Thursday, and I thought today was going to be Friday, so I thought today was my payday. And then I realized it wasn't. And then I was like, oh my God, I have another 24 hours that I have to wait and be stuck in the house. And like, I literally can't go anywhere or do anything today. And this. So they stopped as soon as I stopped talking. My husband's down there with them, but I am having a really hard time with my mind. So this is PMDD in live action right now. I did my makeup this morning and I got ready for the day, and I was like, I'm just gonna try to get through the day today. I've been drinking water, but here's my best advice that I can give you. If you have PMS or PMDD, do not overdo it on caffeine. And I know it's really hard because 99% of the time you're exhausted and you're tired and you got things to do. So what do? We overdo it on the caffeine. The bad part is, my doctor already told me this, it doesn't help with the edginess, the anxiety. It'll make you feel worse. I know today it gave me really bad acid reflux and heartburn, and I'm really on edge right now. I have an appointment that I have to be at with my son in exactly 2.5 hours, and he has to go because he didn't go last week because I was struggling, and I'm just not doing well at all. The thing is that I know that when my period starts, most of these symptoms just disappeared. They just are gone. But when I'm in it, I basically just withdraw from the whole entire family. I lock myself in my room. I don't want to be around anybody. The other thing is too, it's really weird. I have like a really distorted image of myself. I hate the way I look. I literally hate everything about me. Even when I do my makeup, I don't like it. I'm always like nitpicking at everything that I do to my face, and I don't like my clothes, and I don't like anything. The only thing is I'm gonna say is that like it really does make you draw attention to detail. Like you really start to see everything around you because of the anxiety. It makes you hyper focus on things. And that's my problem today. I've been hyper focusing on everything, and like I'm all over the place. Like I got up and I was like, oh, I'm gonna clean my son's room, and then I walked in there, and then I walked out, and then I went downstairs, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go and put the Christmas decorations away, and then I walked out, and then I came upstairs and I was like, well, I'm gonna put the laundry away, and then I walked out, you know, and I had a panic attack, and I'm like, okay, you're having a really bad day. Like, I'm trying to take one thing at a time. I'm trying really hard. And the other thing is like physical attributes. Like I start to have back pain, heart palpitations, hormones. That's the hormone fluctuations. I haven't been sleeping very well. It comes along with it. And I woke up probably like 6 or 7 times last night. And then I woke up super duper early this morning at like 6 a.m. and never went back to sleep. And at least I think I didn't. And that doesn't help. And it makes everything worse. I'm just... My doctor asked me, he goes, what do you do to relieve yourself of stress? He's like, what do you do to help yourself when you're going through this? And I said, well, I journal. I said, I live journal this. And he was like, okay, that's good. He's like, what else do you do? And he's like, do you do anything like get away? He's like, you know, whatever. And I told him, I said, I try. Now, the thing is, I usually do. Like, I usually will go for a drive or I'll go to a park. And it sucks that the children are on these Christmas breaks and they give them weeks off, like weeks and weeks and weeks off, because it puts so much responsibility on my shoulders. And like, I literally feel overwhelmed and cornered. And when you have mental health issues, you just don't know what to do. Like, you don't know who to choose, like yourself or your family. And I sympathize with people that actually do have mental health issues, because it's hard when other people around you are like, you know, oh, you're just being irresponsible, or you're just, you know, you don't really care about your family, or you don't care about your job, and you're just kind of walking out and everything. And the thing is that when you're constantly in survival mode, it's hard. I feel like this is getting darker. I'm gonna see if I can brighten it a little bit more. It's not gonna let me. Oh, there we go. And it won't raise any higher than that. And so it's hard when you're going through it to make other people understand this, because you're not any good to the people around you. Like, you're not. I mean, what service are you doing other people around? You're not, you know? And so I try really hard to stay away, but the other side of me feels constant guilt because I don't really feel like I'm interacting with my family at all. And during this week, and it makes me feel bad because I'm like, okay, well, how much time did you spend with your kids today? And I'm like, none, you know, or did you do anything? No. And the guilt comes back, and I feel like somebody's knocking at my front door. No. This is live action PMDD right here. This is what goes through my mind all the time, like all day long, and it just never stops, and it just goes on and on and on. Everything bothers me. Everything. It's freezing in my house right now too, which part of it's not really the temperature, it's just me, because my temperature will go up and down with my hormones, and I'm just constantly cold, and then I'll get hot, and I'll get cold again. See, everything gets on my nerves. Like, everything drives me crazy. It's the want to do stuff, but the inability to move to do it. You get anxiety just by doing something. It happens to me all the time. If I try to do anything, I get anxiety. If I move, I get anxiety. If I try to focus on something, I get anxiety. My mind will start playing the loop, and it just continues, and it continues, and it continues, and it never stops. It never stops. For 2 weeks straight, this is what you go through until your period starts. It's called the loop. And a lot of doctors will tell you, they'll say that you need to take an SSRI. They'll say an SSRI will help. Here's my thing. I've taken SSRIs. I took SSRIs in 2021. I took them in 2022. And it's not really true. It doesn't really help. It didn't help for me. It made my anxiety like 50,000 times worse. I remember the one night I woke up, well, I don't really think I got any sleep that night. It was like 3:30 in the morning, maybe earlier. My heart was beating out of my chest, and I thought I was having a heart attack. But then I remembered I was on Prozac. I was up to like 4 a.m. just having a massive panic attack. The first time it happened, so that was the second time. The first time it happened was in 21. I was taking a shower, and my heart started beating on my chest. Thought I was having a heart attack. My doctor said to me, because I told him about this, and he said that that's impossible. He goes, because it takes 2 weeks. The thing is with the SSRIs is that not everybody's the same, because it goes off of body weight. And I'm a small person, and I'm short, and I'm pretty skinny. So it metabolizes faster in my body, which gives me these side effects a lot faster. And I just couldn't do it. I was like, I don't see a point in this. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm taking it to get rid of the anxiety, but it's giving me anxiety, and I was like, this makes absolutely no sense to me. I was miserable, and then I started my period, and I just felt foggy. I felt really out of it because my period started, and then like all the symptoms started to go away from PMS, but then I was left over with just the Prozac symptoms, and I was like, that's stupid. So I really gotta figure out how I'm gonna get through today. I really do. I gotta figure this out, and I don't know how to do it. Like, I really don't. I'm literally having an anxiety attack just thinking about it. Like, anybody that has this, you're not alone. It's a horrible thing to have. It's a horrible thing to go through. And 4 to 5 days, maybe, well, I'd say about 5 to 6 days before your period starts, your symptoms get worse. And it's like an uphill battle. It just, the hormones start to go up higher and higher because your period's about to start. But the bad part is that if you have a sensitivity to that, it really messes with your mind, and it causes you to kind of trip out for a while. The funny thing is that I didn't know, and I realized, but we had a full moon last night and the night before, and I'm going through PMDD, and I'm like, what? You know, so it was like a full moon and that at the same time, and I'm like, it's hopeless. But you're not alone. I cried yesterday so hard in my truck. I like went to a park someplace, and I just bawled my eyes out and cried because I was crying about other things, but it was PMDD, and I just bawled. And then I had a really bad headache for the rest of the afternoon. My eyes were all weird. I had a really bad sinus headache, and then it just goes on and on. So, but you're not alone. Unfortunately, there's hundreds and hundreds of women. There's a woman out there right now that's doing the same thing I'm doing. She's sitting there and she's freaking out because she doesn't know what to do. So there's not enough exposure on this. There's not. Do you know that you can't even claim disability? They don't allow us to, because they don't claim it as a disability. It's a mood disorder. The word disorder's in there. Us women, we don't get jack. We get nothing. We just get labeled crazy and put in a corner. So It's been going on for centuries. I have such bad acid reflux today. Peace out, you guys. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with this.